What's up, fuckers? James Charles here, back with another makeup tutorial, and I'd just like to thank all of you for the support on the last video. It was insane. I got like 40 subs off that one video, 2,000 views, and like 200 likes. And funny enough, only a few days after I released that video, I find out about a kid who's caught white-handed with a VR headset in the bathroom stall gooning. I have no clue who did it, and it's probably better that way. Ignorance is bliss after all. At this point, I feel like I'm playing Among Us, but instead of finding bodies, I'm finding man yogurt. This is also why I never use the bathrooms at my school, because if I shined a black light on the toilets there, you'd be horrified. If I take a shit in my school bathrooms and I get backsplash, I don't know what I'm going to be hit with. But anyway, I've been yapping about fapping for long enough, so now I'm going to move on to the main topic of this video, insane public crash outs that I've witnessed. And you saw the thumbnail, I'm saving the best for last, but all of that being said, let's jump headfirst directly into this dumpster fire. So this first story happened when I was about 6 or 7 years old, and I had to go to Walmart late at night because I was vomiting all over the place. My dad walks in to get the meds, and I'm waiting in the car with my mom. Everything seemed fine until this drunk lady stumbled on by with her friend and started pole dancing on a lamppost. And this wasn't far away either. This was like 5 to 7 feet away, directly in front of my car. A few feet away from me, there's a sidewalk and a lamppost and a drunk lady dancing on it. I was instructed to cover my eyes, and my mom exited the car to try and reason with this drunk lady. It doesn't seem to be working because all I hear from the drunk lady is a bunch of incoherent mumbling, but thankfully her sober friend was with her and explained that she had a few too many Coca-Colas, obviously, so she dragged her drunk friend away, and that was the end of that. Now this next story happened in 9th grade in math class, because all the craziest things I see and hear are during math class. But anyway, this particular day, I'm not really paying attention. I'm just kind of going through the motions, just minding my own business, when all of a sudden, my teacher and some other kid just start arguing. Now, I wasn't really paying attention because I was half asleep by this point, but just to give you some context, my teacher, he was a little light in the loafers. He spoke with a little bit of a lisp. He was a little flamboyant. So it was to my and everyone else's shock when this kid who was arguing with the teacher just said loudly, "Hop on my dick." Everyone laughs and the teacher starts yelling at him and tells him to go to the principal's office. So he's gone and everybody has a good laugh about it. I've seen plenty of other things that are just as insane in that math class, so if you want me to make a video about it, let me know. Now this next story I haven't seen myself, but my dad saw this at a library. There's certain details that I can't give because of privacy, but this is one of the greatest stories I've ever heard. But anyway, my dad, he's working at one of the computers when all of a sudden, a drunken hobo walks in. Now, if you've ever been in an area with a lot of homeless people, you already know the story's getting good. So this homeless man, he goes and he sits at one of the computers. He sits next to another guy, and he starts talking some serious shit and swearing at him. Now, I'm not really sure what the context was. I'm not sure if he was just being confrontational or if these two people had beef. But it's not that relevant anyway, because another homeless guy runs in, tackles this guy to the ground, and puts him in a fucking chokehold. The employees obviously call the cops, and they have to try and convince homeless man number 2 to let go of homeless man number 1. But homeless man number 2 says that if he does that, homeless man number 1 will retaliate. So he keeps him in a chokehold until the first homeless guy passes out. I have no clue at what point after this he wakes up because I wasn't there. But soon after, the police show up and they ask this guy a few questions. And apparently these two homeless dudes have had some beef in the past, and homeless man number 2 is taken away. My dad comes home late, he tells me the whole story, and he seems a little shaken up, which I can't blame him for. This is by far one of the best stories I've ever heard, so I'm glad I can share that joy with you today. Now thank you for watching, and I'm going to leave now. Bye.